Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School. 英語研究プロジェクト。よくある間違いを分析します。なんでこういう英語になってしまうのかという考える時間です。一緒に考えましょう。結構細かいところまで話しちゃいますので、皆さん最後まで見てくださいね。もっと自然な言い方を紹介します。First, let's look at the problem. I study at midnight. I study at midnight. Okay, so here is the problem with this sentence. At midnight. Yes, so the word midnight is an excellent word. I strongly recommend that you use it. But a lot of Japanese people are using it incorrectly.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's make this into a quiz. Here's the question. How long is midnight? A. 60 seconds. B. 3 or 4 hours. C. 60 minutes. D. All night. The answer is A. 60 seconds. 11:59 is not midnight. 12:01 is not midnight. 12 o'clock is midnight. It only lasts for 1 minute. So if you study at midnight, that's not very long. The reason so many people get confused when using midnight is because most people think of the Japanese word yonaka. However, this word lasts for a long period of time, many hours. My theory is that at some point in time, Japanese linguists looked at the word midnight. So it's made of two words, mid, which is middle, and night. So therefore, they thought, they must mean the same. If we were to say the long name, it is 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. Think of it like this. Its nickname is midnight. Its full name is 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. So that's the reason why people use it incorrectly. Yonaka does not mean midnight. So what's the solution to this problem? Well, first, let's look at how to use the word midnight. So use it just like a time. 3:35, 7:29, 11:15, midnight. And let's not forget midnight's very good friend, midday, at lunchtime. When talking about times, the most commonly used preposition is at. A preposition is zenchishi in Japanese. However, most people are not really following a strict schedule at this time of their day, so it's more commonly used with more vague expressions. Vague means unclear. Things like before, after, around, until, and by, and the more precise at. I always try to be in bed by midnight, so this means sometime before 12 o'clock. My doorbell rang just after midnight, so I guess this would be maybe around 12:10, something like that. For other times of the day or parts of the day, we use other prepositions. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. What's the difference between in the evening and at night? It's a good question. Well, basically, in the evening is like when you come home from work, come home from school, have your dinner, and do those things before you go to bed. So it's maybe from around 6:30 p.m. to around 10:30 p.m. At night, basically, everybody's sleeping at night. So I'd say it's from 10:30 p.m. until sunrise. So what do we say for a longer period of time, like yonaka? We can say late at night, in the middle of the night, in the early hours of the morning, or some people say in the wee hours of the morning. I prefer studying late at night. I always wake up in the middle of the night for the toilet. If your job is at night, you can say, I work at night. I work through the night. I work nights. I work night shifts. How about tetsuya? Well, you can say, I did an all-nighter. You can also use this if you've been partying too hard. Cheers! Let's look at 5 examples. The first one, my husband came home wasted in the early hours of the morning. So wasted means to be very, very drunk. Too much alcohol. Cinderella left the ball just as the clock struck midnight. Struck is the past tense of strike. It relates to the bell being struck. In New York City, people go bananas at midnight at the countdown party. So to go bananas means to go crazy, jumping, dancing and kissing.
Happy New Year!
My stepdad works nights, so we don't see much of him. A stepdad is a non-biological father.
When's the best time for you to concentrate?
Probably sometime after midnight when the house is asleep. So to concentrate means to focus on something like studying or your work. Concentrate. So the next time you go to say, I studied at midnight, think again and say something like, I studied late at night. Or if you don't go to bed, I did an all-nighter. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.